right, guys, it's time. Round 4. There was actually an interwoven break. I didn't realize was a thing where they actually went over the Hong sword from the NBPL season Unlimited. I think it was called the sword. I think that's what the sword is called, Unlimited. And it just released in season 12. They did a 1v1 with XBB from Wolves, or not from Wolves, from XCG. No, XCG had CC. From for the little CDYs there, aka Panda Man. But then I saw an XBB. Whose man's is this? I can't even see it. I saw this man. Yeah, there he is. Baudo, XXB. And TT5's there too. Good fun for a solos 1v1 mashup, and then they were using the Hong sword. But we're back here for round 4, and we're more style. And we're looking at these scores, right? Frostbus still kind of has this upkeep position for game 4. And this now forces the other players to be like, okay, now it's time to ramp up. And that's what Wayne Lang did last round. But GG Shaw grabbed the MVP for that round and, comes out here to the high standings of the mark. So we're going to see how this kind of ends up going through. To finalize, really, for these players. And with GG Shaw being here in the first round pick, we're going to see an Akos. And Akos into this game to really make his standpoint here with Shail's here in a mono pick round that's going to actually ban Shail, as he's contemplating, but he is going to lock it in. And now after the Shails, we might see Tessas make the rounds. Akoses are still sprinkled in. Justinas are still around here for the rounds of the 4 through 6. Yo, I feel that, bro. But we still push on. You got Tessas here not to be banned for the final round selection. You're going to see it being chosen between X and Wang Liang. Akame. Frostbus is going to lock in, I think, his second Akos round. This is his second Akos round. So he's actually going to lock in his double pick for today. Pause this. Nothing out of the ordinary. V2 for Arano for the Justina, as well as for XXY, as well as for Akame. Everything's standard. F2 V2s for the Shails, and then F1 V2s for the Akoses. So everything kind of standard across the builds for the majority of the players. Like I said, though, I'm pretty sure that's Frost's double pick here. Yeah, it is. So he's going to have only this game to kind of make his Akos work again, like it did into round 1. He is spawning near to the Sun Cave, though, near to 521. So that's going to be where area contention is going to happen. KLA, CT25, and JDG verse, they're actually going to be over by the Gamma Mine to sit by there, while JL is actually by the Sun Cave, or the Fiery Cave down south for Fireflies. We're going to see JJH's XXY all the way. This man's all the way out here, man. All the way out here towards Zest Winery. Makes his way to Celestra. You can pick up 2 Fireflies on the way and then make his way through Zest and then just go straight towards it. And then you're going to see GG Shaw, Crow's Nest with a runner from EWG Battles, X and T, E's, Jux. They're all really conglomerated over by the one shrine right there. And then Wolves and... I don't know that token. I can't even see that token. The only person I haven't called out is... The only person I haven't called out yet is wow, who is that? What token is that? XAG Wang Liang? That's strange. Oh no, that's not strange. There's actually a lot of boxes here for gold, so these guys can actually buy stuff from here for shop for weaponry and everything. So they'll actually go ahead and find that spawn to be very fortuitous in this area. This is the secondary Artisan's Grove, by extension. Like, it has money to be had for breaking boxes, and it's a lot more safer technically than Artisan's Grove, considering that those buildings are kind of shunned away in the middle of the map, but these ones are to the side. So when that happens here, we're gonna start into round 4. Kai Bao gonna have his blue dual blades off the rip with a common pole sword and no armor yet. JDG's verse finds AS, as AS tries to be contesting this with no weapons, or versus kind of contested with no weapons. R&B is confirmed. F1's out. Kick to the face, baits it out, doesn't get Conti, staggers, as Verse is just trying to get to the high ground. We're gonna see a weapon right there. Finds a fan. F2 to be initiated. Nice escape from Verse. Nice scare rush. And he's gonna still find the vertices to go for those scare rush positions. R&B is confirmed. Hold check. R&B initial. Oh, into a double blue focus. Verse turns it around with every single one of those plays, man. what a gamer, and leaves the solo for for those reasons. Wang Liang and Kai Bao though, toe to toe. This is the fight I like seeing in the early games. Both of them have blue armor. Both of them have blue weapons. RMB comes out here. Well, Kai Bao uses 700 HP. He uses F2, but Wang Liang finds that vulnerability. Finds that hooked wings to knock away that Foxfire as Kai Bao looks for pistol shots as the push comes on. RMB can release. We're going to see an ultimate coming out here from Wang Liang in just a couple seconds, and there it is. It's avoided. Kai Bao avoids that RMB from the stab. Doesn't get counter grappled as he was in the sky, and then you can see Wang Liang go for the staggers here for the scare rush. F2 initiated. We're going to see another F1 here. Maybe not going to happen in time as Kai Bao gets the elimination there like that and has that solo on standby for the future for the Rubbing Yang. Now Jux finds JG Shaw over by Crow's Nest, catches him to the uppercut with the grapples. Another R&B release and another R&B, but finds that parry off of Shaw, and Jux has his solo on standby too. So let's take a look at scene about Gamma Mine. Frostbus against T225, and with everything coming out here, we're going to see an ultimate cast out of Frostbus in the early rounds. He's going to get the kill off of T225. Solum has to be picked up here due to Akame's position here to kind of grief, and as the resets come out here, Barry Bait comes out, F1's initiated, Frostbus looks for the scare rush, escapes with his fan, immediately holds his R&B, gets himself in unstaggerable position for a couple seconds, catches this. Akame looks towards this, jump LMB. Nice chance here. Crouch LMB to crouch LMB, and this is going to be a delayed R&B. When Blast just gets avoided, but he gets caught into the R&Bs again. Another Clink F1's available for Frostbus. Will he use it? Doesn't find the opportunity of getting popping the F1 there. This gives Akame his solo. Jux though finds Exen. Exen finds his chance against Jux for the R&B to R&B, and we're gonna see this pounce to be denied V2 as well, and looks like it's gonna be a Hong Sword Infinite. Let's see. The terrain is kind of grief here unless he keeps this uppercut. Finds the elimination with the blue weaponry, and that's gonna give Exen his soul bloom as well. A lot of 1-to-1s against a lot of these players across this map, and this is really exciting for this round to kind of start off into Morris Isle. I mean, Kai Bao now going against Exen, F2 to initiate the hit stagger. Has Hong Sword, has the dual halberds as well, and Exen has ultimate here to try to look to consolidate a position where he can use this to his advantage here. Disenchant, V2 forces a pushback, F1ing well, forces the second block, and there's going to be the last one. 3, 2, 1. Can't really do much. Uses that horizontal to actually get himself some positionings to see where Kai Bao kind of wants to stand off of this business. Finds the F2, avoids it. Exen goes in the rooftop and dissipates. I see a purple blue armor there for swap. It was empty the whole time. Feels bad. Nice parry from Exen though. Kai Bao is going to use his F2 here in 3 seconds. Yep. Nice uppercut from Kai Bao. Exen uses F1 for the invulnerability. Catches that parry. That's what I'm talking about. That was a really good fight between both of them, even to the extent, because even with Kai Bao catching that uppercut, right? Like, I was really excited about that because the uppercut's confirmed. You know the F1's going to come out. He baits it out. He goes through it. And then with the R&B, Exen just risked it all for that 1.0 release parry for it to come through, and Exen gets his second elimination for this round. Really good stuff. Honestly, this round is really good. Verse actually finds 2 eliminations here somewhere. Excuse me. Excuse me, you dropped this, King. Crown. I'm joking, but we're gonna have to see where this kind of ends up into the end of this round, because we have to see how Servants Grounds ends up between Jux and XXY. No eliminations for XXY, and as well as for Jux, he has 1 elimination already, but he's going towards a wool. He's going towards the Noble Cave, and players already been through there. XXY knows that. He hears somebody. He hears Wang. GG Shaw looks to chase. He sees Jux, and Jux actually finds 1 Firefly left behind. He may have not been able to pick up another one, but he does have around 90% of his rage on standby. Maybe even 95 for really being close to it. You know what? Let's just say 93. And then let's see how this kind of ends up into Council Courtyard, because T225 has been around here for a good long while. This is actually his second life, so he already lost his first fight as we saw him against Frostbus towards the Gemma Mine. But doesn't mean he's out of the fight just yet. We still have to see how this kind of goes out towards the Rummying, because a lot of these fights have been happening, yes, but they're really spread out in terms of the time frame. As Arano kind of goes ahead and goes towards the Sunvale Dwelling, maybe, towards that area. We're gonna see Kai Bao versus Exen here. Now this is where it gets really interesting, right? Kai Bao, we know Kai Bao doesn't have another life here. No, he does have extra life because he killed off Wang Ling earlier. I was thinking about Kai Bao, but I was thinking about Exen versus Exen versus not TG5, no, against AS. But this is where it gets really curious, because I'm really curious about this. Frostmas actually died somewhere in the early game. Hold on a second. I didn't even see that. We didn't even get a chance to see that. That's crazy. Nice freeze. Oh my god, Arana with the kill steal, the Destiny, man. But there's the F2. XXY. Looks for the dash. Looks for toothpick reset. There it is. XY has F1. Actually, I gotta check something real quick. Because I'm being dumb right now. Yeah, it was Kaibao. So yeah, Kaibao did lose his first life. Oh man. Alright, let's take a look at this fight. Because Arano, I mean, he looks for this toothpick. Honestly, F2 was already going to be initiated here from his end opponent if he knew that the opponent was going to have it. Lethal jab is utilized. Finds the R&B blue focus release. Finds his freeze. Double blue focus ain't going to be enough. Looks for the 1, 2, 3. Ooh, catches that horizontal. Very nicely done. I love whoever's in the camera work, bro. Get a raise. He switched to 2 camera. He switched to the 1 option to 2 like flawlessly, man. What the hell? Arano going to have 2 eliminations and saves his Soul Bloom for his Romyang. Wolves is Kaibao versus Exen and JDG versus. I don't think it's going to happen, but a little pressure from Exen against Kaibao there from early on. So we get to be careful about that one. But verse. Gonna go ahead, counter grapple, nice bow shot. Nice pistol shot coming out here. I'm pretty sure GG Shaw next ain't gonna have a hell of a fight here. Okay, hold on. Tessa versus Tessa, right? No, Tessa versus Akos. Oof. Okay, F1's initiated from Shaw. R&B comes out here. Exen gets caught here, and that's actually an ultimate cast from GG Shaw to the use of the knockback, and that's a confirmed enchant, I think. I'm not sure he's fast enough. He's gonna get to a high ground position so he doesn't get caught into that verticals. But it's yeah, see, see how it works against you. You know, it's one thing to the next. Exen though gets caught into the scare rush. LMB, ooh, doesn't confirm. V2 doesn't confirm either, and Exen is actually gonna clink this pounce. Double roll. Stormstride working in his favor. F1's initiated. Shaw now has no longer a way to push back his opponent unless he gets a blue focus or release. Stormstride is actually going to grief Shaw here as much as Exen kind of holds his out here and doesn't look to capitalize on it. Actually just uses a horizontal. Excuse me, horizontal as he kind of goes off of that end. Gold dagger as well. And that's a sap too. So with that being said, Akame spawns in. Jux spawns in the chase after Akame. This is a position where Jux can kind of look towards him doing it, like in terms of chasing this out. Akame here is a chase coming up from behind him, so he's going to turn around with that bow shot and has purple Hong Sword as well. Scare Rush here is immense. Goes away. He's a really good Hong Sword skin, though. I can't even front. Nice F1. Jux backs off. Gets caught to the lethal jab, though. Akame looking to try to go ahead from pressuring this out. Nice clink for that blue focus release from Jux as he did the shadow step. Gets caught out here for the horizontal. Akame forces to F2 burn, and then we're going to see whether or not Akame is looking for the ultimate cast coming out from Jux, because now that GG Shaw's here, it's going to be a time against the clock for her third party to get a confirmation of both of these guys. F1 comes out here. Akame uses ult, gets himself a freeze, and backs off due to GG Shaw's position of being right here. Now, this is where the target product selection comes out to play. You find a freeze, you find a V2. GG Shaw can really just backline an R&B and getting a double kill here. Double kill. Finds his Soul Bloom. Who's picking it up? GG Shaw finds it. Gets himself caught out here and uses ult in response and has V2 to kind of kill confirm Jux here, as not even that is going to be needed. And he finds these 2 eliminations like that, like as quickly as can be. Back into the game. Confirming all that gear too. It just gives GG Shaw such a lead, but then Wang Ling shows up with his Vermilions and gold pole sword, and he's like, I'm ready for this. He dodges the V1 though, so Wang Ling gets Blistering Edge, burns. GG Shaw looking to use his F1 to push back his target, and we're gonna see GG Shaw try to go for the wall face. R&B is confirmed, F1's now out, and V1 is ready up for Wang Ling for the second cast here. There it is, it confirms. GG Shaw gets a clink off. R&B gets released, another R&B, and this is gonna be an enchant. He's looking to R&B, jump R&B, downward spiral for that pole sword. Number 2 for Wang. 3 kills for Exen so far in this lobby. 2 for TT25 as well with Wang Liang and Arana. I've been saying Wang Liang is Wang Yang, right? Superman's a nice F2 from T225 there. Nice V1. Nice dodge. I think JDG versus Mir might be safe unless Kaibao commits towards this towards that shot, in which case Verse can now chase down Exen still. Looks to reset though instead. Close call. That was almost a grief moment though, but Exen gets away here. XXY looking to kind of capitalize on a chase here, but can't do so. Exen still has 14 grapples to his name, so he can just take the time here backing off. He just needs to get to a Rumyang, but Arano, Wang, they're all nearby. Wong is going to be looking to try to go for some bow shots as Arano looks towards this. There it is. Exen is still going to get chased out here between every one of these opponents. I think Exen actually might have a little bit more of a difficult time here than what he's kind of anticipating here. But, you know, I mean, if he has anything kind of going towards him right now, it's just spacing that he needs to make into Celestial. But Wong chases him out. RMB's out. Wong looks to try to go for it. Has Pole Sword for the Blistering Edge. Doesn't release it. Just keeps the chase going on. It's crazy to me that Exen's been able to get out of these situations. Very sticky. Very, very sticky situations, but it manages just to do so without any sort of issues, really. So while that comes out here, he's still inside the Celestial region. He's still kind of holding that position over there. And then JDG Verse and Arana are over by the Rumyang as it comes out towards the. I mean, it's northwest of the Gamma Mine, so could be up to the benefit of these guys. I'm not sure. This is going to be a really bloody fight if no one enters this. If they can't enter it because it's already been entered. Rip TT25, man. He was ready for that too. XXY versus Wang Liang and Verse versus Arano. So we're going to see that in the second half, maybe. Hopefully, we'll see how that fight ends up. But we're going to watch this fight first between Wang and XXY. XG Wang looks to try to go ahead and pushes to the sky. XXY looking to delay himself for those horizontals. We're going to see a Pole Sword versus the Pole Sword. Oof, nice ultimate precast, but he catches his freeze. He's going to force Wang Liang's F1 here. Maybe. There's a V1 dodge. So XXY was able to kind of anticipate that. The freeze is guaranteed now. Nice parry. No parry. Nice RMB, though. And right before Wang Liang was able to deny the second strike, finds another dodge as Wang Liang gets caught out here for that pitter-patter to deal the damage. And it could put him in this position. F2 for the clink. No pitter-patter coming out here. Nice pistol shot again. Wang is like, what the? XXY's like, yeah, no problem, bro. What? I want to talk about that. I gotta talk about that. Let me go back. So here's where it ended up, right? The fight initially had these guys toe to toe, right? Parry check because blistering edge. You can realize it because of animation. This knockback though gives XXY. Once you see someone jump as Justina, you kind of go for it. The crazy thing is though is that XXY didn't get F1 there as he's kind of anticipating. That's what Wang Liang kind of wants to force his opponent to like stick to where they are. Excuse me, because when it came down to Wang, right, he used the opportunity of not using his F1 there to kind of like force XXY in a position of thinking the F1's there to first force the dodge and to get to force the dodge in his opponent's mind, so that way he can use an ultimate to kind of guarantee that. But XXY was already on it. He had one last dodge. He made it count. He still has no more dodges here, but he's looking to kind of get himself a freeze instead of taking that chance for a possibility of a parry, and instead gets that freeze. And as Wang Liang gets caught to the second RMB, that second RMB right before the ice health goes down, or more so about the frames that he wasn't able to actually activate it. But with this play right here from XXY, he avoids the second Tesla ultimate. He gets parry baited for a hold check. And as XXY kind of looks towards this, had to force the F2, backs off immediately because he doesn't want to get caught into a stanchion by Wang. And as he comes back here and looks for this, Wang decides to not push. because he was ready. XXY is ready for the aiming, and he catches that pistol shot really quick with it too. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I gotta give XXY that credit though, because like Justina's versus players who played Justina, let's say but like Justina's versus like Tessa's, right? It comes into the mind game of like, yeah, she might have another dash, or she might have her F up to go up. But Wong's inside Jade Pond. He does have I do see Verse out there. Verse actually won his Romiang. Excuse me, 3 eliminations. Also to note that kill was XXY's first elimination this round, so he's gonna be able to get those points, and we're gonna see Verse actually trying to avoid Wing Ling if Wing Ling does not want to contest towards it. No, Rano lost his Romiang against Verse, from what it seems to be the case, which is kind of crazy, coming off his end, Wing Ling, Rano finds his spare Soul Bloom as it comes through for his round. Exton is still in his lobby. He has 4 eliminations. He is currently the kill leader, while Verse is in second with 3 eliminations. So it kind of comes down towards this bounty hunt that Wang is trying to go forth. Kai Bao going to be his target here. And as Kai Bao is just kind of run counterclockwise into this zone circle, he is just going to go and keep doing so for the extension of this round. I think, but the only thing is that he does have a Rana to kind of worry about, because Rana was coming down south from Celestra's east side. So if Rana's still hanging around and might find himself into this spot of hunting out these guys, it's going to be because he causes an instigated fight. First, though, finds his way towards the west side Celestra. We're going to see him kind of work his way through here. Hopefully. I don't know. He finds a tuna time. Wait, is that a tuna? Versus like, no. No, what are you talking about? He's eating it up. And finds some nice pistol shots here. I think Verse actually has a chance here for the fan, but he's got to be careful. The staff can do a lot of punishment here. Yeah, RMB comes out here. Pistol shots are confirmed. V1 is now on Wang Ling's side. Finds the V1 himself, but misses it. And now this is where XXY can come to confirm a kill steal if he can. RMB from the pole sword to go for a quick 1.0 damage. We're gonna see about XXY switching over for that pole sword. He's gonna have a field day if he can catch someone who's low and have him V2 ready, because he has Mystic Might, so he's taking mitigation to an account. But this is where it comes down towards him switching this fight around towards his advantage and counter ultimate. Can he look for it? RMB confirmed, does not happen. Verse finds the elimination. Soul Bloom will pick up from XXY, though. We'll give him another dash if he holds on to ultimate still to this point. And of course, Wolves Kai Bao looks to try to back off here and heal. He's got 3-to-9 ratio for his healing to armor powder ratio. The fans out there, Kai Bao going to the sky here. XXY really just working his points to just heal it while he's trying to reposition. He cancels ult because of duration, but he's got 60%. XXY close to the ballista shot. We're going to see whether or not Kai Bao is looking to aim this right. He catches Verse. He catches for the first shot. He doesn't catch for the second, but that Scorch is going to do enough poke damage for him to disengage off of this ballista. As TG5 approaches Verse here, he backs off. I see him. He's trying to instigate as Verse is trying to do so. But this is where the top 6 players come out, where you're going to see a tuna proc from Verse. XXY actually just going to go ahead and decide upon getting the F2 off here, while TT25 looks to back off. Bow shot to the bow shot, dual halberds to the dual halberds, and TT25 is chonking his armor away from range shots. And you're going to see Arana look to take advantage of this and just keep pelting him, keep the chase on. V2 is ready for TT25. F2 is up in 1 second. He's got an advanced heal, so he's going to heal this one over time for sure for his full armor reset. And as TT25 looks to go across the east side of the walking clockwise of this Shadow 5 or Shadow 3, we are going to see Exon just be on nearby standby, who goes ahead and repositions towards the Jade Pond. Arano, though, he's chilling. Yeah, we're entering a stagnant round. This is where we enter into stagnation. So as it comes out here, Exon, actually, replay. He's gonna repair. We saw that repair. But this is Verse versus Arano. This is where Arano lost. So maybe catching an LB uppercut. Maybe that's what cost it. Nice F1. Arano gets himself the lethal jab, forces the Foxfire, gets V1. Arano, though, gets counter-grappled as he's trying to disingenuously catch the Disenchanted. And this is an RMB to the RMB. He knows that F1's going to be enabled. Or F2, I should say. Ult cast from Arano looking to try to capitalize on it, jumps it, avoids it. Verse gets his R&B, and Can he avoid the second one? I'm not sure. He avoids the second one. He has V1. He could just end this all right now with an R&B, and jump LMB is what's going to do the job for the back of the spinal cord. Now, of course, Verse is with 4 eliminations this match, so he's not really doing that, doing like low on the par. He's doing really strong here, and this is good. Blistering Edge from Exen here. Burns off Kai Bao. Yes, sir. Cannon shots coming out here. Kai Bao is now left alone, and Verse looks to try to get the pistol shot to confirm this kill steal. Bao does Exen as well. There's the heal. Kai Bao using the heal, using his ultimate, so that way there's no melee forces to go up against him. But now that he's no longer in melee, or no one can hit him on melee, they're just gonna switch to range, like big time. Nice V1 coming out here from. That's BM. No, he's gonna have to see Kai Bao actually do that, and he's gonna get a free Blistering Edge. But looks like that's gonna be a chance here for those attacks. V2 to be active for Kai Bao here. Big time. R&B is released. XXY has ultimate here to confirm a kill. If he gets that freeze, he's gonna get an R&B, and it's gonna be an immediate kill steal on Kai Bao. But Verse finds this nice kill steal with the R&B, and then they're gonna see how XXY wants to try to pick up the Soul Bloom as a way of picking up 1,000 HP back into the stage. He cancels ultimate, so he's trying to escape this, and he's gonna have the time to do so. Well, XXY and TGG5 are rushing towards the top of this hillside, towards his region. We're gonna see XXY actually have F2 to be used in case things get a little bit too spooky, as he got caught into a butter. I'm pretty sure he got caught into a buttery rocks there. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He didn't scare rush successfully because the rock was blocking his path. And as XXY looks to kind of see the vertices here for those scare rushes, he's going to be going ahead and just getting to this tree with the pole sword. Does not climb it as he was kind of hoping for. And this other tree is kind of too... that tree right there is too skinny for him to actually do so. And he's going to be in the spot where he's going to have to burn F2 again if he gets caught out here. Yeah. No Blistering Edge. Exen try to look for the double dodge. Scare rush is not complete. Dodge is that Blistering Edge. Dodge is the V1 coming out, but that's a pistol coming out. TT25 finds the elimination. XXY goes down. And as Exen kind of repositions back into the zone, we're going to see TT25 kind of run parallel to him through Jade Pond. And we're going to see Exen trying to lock into that position as well. I'm pretty sure, though, with everything kind of coming out here, that TT25 really goes ahead and does so. Yeah, stagnation. And TT5 is in that bush, but he's got to walk out here. No one's really going to initiate here until we get to the 4-minute mark. Unless Verse and Bao does Exen have a little bit of beef, because range shots from KLA's and the Rondo side kind of forces these guys to want to take this push. They find it. They look for it. The Deado rounds is actually a nightmare for someone, to not get focused out. Who doesn't want to get focused out? Because once they get hit with the Deado rounds, right, they get hit with the stagger. If they don't roll right, they'll actually just get hit with a stagger and get caught into another Deado rounds, and then into another one, into another bow shot. Exen, no, walks into the Moonbane, no armor. Can actually get cannoned out here. Big time for Exen to actually get focused between all of the participants into this final circle. Scare rushes out with the blue fan. Another cannon shot from Verse, another cannon shot from TT25. These guys are just putting the pressure on him. He looks for a V1. Where is he throwing the V1 towards? For Orano? Ooh, a big bait. 53% for Rage. He is looking to try to get caught to that Clink. That's going to be an R&B. He's going to see about avoiding this pistol shot. If it happens, there it is. He has ultimate, but is it going to be worthwhile? He can't even get this armor swap. He's looking to pick up the fan. That was unfortunate, and he gets himself caught out here. Mortal Defiance Broxton. He finds a parry, but nothing's going to kill him as Orano finds a kill steal with 3 eliminations. That's very unfortunate for Exen. Really big time. Because now that Verse is actually trying to close this in, he could be picking up an MVP safety netted if TT25 does not find double elimination. Same with Orano. For matching out for kills. Let's take a look and see. Because right now, this is where it gets very interesting for this final circle. It's a Shayo, Justina, and a Tessa. Like, this is like complete polar opposites of like it's like not polar opposites, but TTG5 the Shayo is like complete polar opposite of both Tessa and Justina, because it's not about getting the guaranteed CC control. It's about using the blocks to interrupt your opponent if you can, or from their attacks, really. Like 3 skill nullifications, pretty much. Merciless Havoc from... Alright, Verse. He's been holding that the whole time. I don't even think I've seen that early on. Merciless Havoc's come out here. TT25 gets caught onto those pistol shots again and again. Puts himself in a spot to actually go to the corner as TT25 gets caught into the cannon shot. Another Merciless Havoc from reverse to lock down TT25, who uses ult to push him back. Smart play, especially considering he was proccing his advanced heal as a result. Looks to proc another heal here for his vitality. He's going to do so to push into Arano, as he does have ultimate, and a Kablum can actually put a little bit of pressure for these two. But cannon shots actually is completely 100% unmitigated. I would say unmitigated, and is not mitigated. You know, range shots can go through F2 for her Shail. So you know, if you hit those shots, you actually can just peel out her HP bar. And versus using this top of this hut to actually get gold focus before the point of him dropping down. Now he's on ground level. Now he has gold focus here. He's trying to hit TT25 through the side of the wall. The wall, the stone wall is not going to allow him. And as Verse actually gets locked out here for this, this is going to be a fan pistol staff fight. Hopefully we can see how Verse can go to the sky and unactivate another stanchion or another Merciless Havoc. He's doing it. Keeping himself propelled. Still keeping himself propelled. He's actually trying to get himself into a position of getting enough time to stand to Merciless Havoc in midair, but gets counter grappled. Finds another time to do this. He's using it. He's waiting for the time. TT25 finds a parry opportunity coming out from Arano, and Arano uses ultimate injection, and this looks to the freeze, gets a double hit. Oh, and avoids the V1 from the Tessa, and then if TT5 gets caught into the burn, Versus looking for this kill. That's a parry, but that's going to be enchant. That's going to be a kill for Arano, and as it comes out here, both of these, Arano never took a hit on the elimination, but this still gives Verse the MVP coming into this round for JDG. First MVP for Verse. Oh. So he and Chishang, I got your back. Like that's... I'm not leaving here without Cortana. Like, that's him right now. He's playing this game for the long run. He's got himself a MVP. That's not what I'm looking for. Where's the scores? So 10 points for his first place. Arano was 7.6 in the second. 6.7 for X and TT25 for 5.4. 2.7 for Wang, as well as for Shaw. 2.2 for XXY, 2.2 for Kaibao, Jex for the 1.6, 1 for Akame, Frostbus, and a 0 for AS. It's tough, right? Standings keeps AS at the very bottom. He's only got a 1 point from just placements alone overall. And then XXY had those eliminations, but he has only 4.3, 8.5 for Akame in 10th, 9th has Jex at 9.5, 10th for Kaibao. Arano with the 13.5 in 7th, and then off to the top 6, we're going to see Verse with 14.2, 18.6 for Shaw. TT25 at 20.2, 22.7 for Wang Liang, Frostbus with a 24.3, 26.5 for Bowda. Now, Frostbus did get eliminated pretty early on that round. So did Wang Liang, but then he gets one of these rounds, right? And that kind of keeps him in the game. And then same thing for Bowda, right? 1 point in this game, 6.7, right? 11.8. He's kind of climbing this out. So we're gonna see with the stats that Verse was able to capture off this end. With that Merciless Havoc, he also had short handle sap for those parries, Siphon Technique, Tuna, Dual Ring, Blistering Edge. He did use the Tuna earlier. And that Dual Ring would have came and really clutched to silence out Shail for sure. But we'll have to see how this ends up into the final rounds. Obviously, we reached the end. And if anything, we'll be back for the final rounds. I want to appreciate everyone for taking the time. My name is Severio Caster. For you guys, if you guys do want to see a chance of leaving suggestions, comments, like, subscribe, or anything of the nature, I'd really appreciate it if anything comes out. But we will continue into round 5 for this, for the next part, and then hopefully see you guys for day 2 for solos this week, as I'll be doing that and casting that. But with that, I will see you guys later.